Hello and welcome once again to the channel of truth. My name remains Kofi Techi and I am most grateful to have you here once again with me. Today we are going to discuss how you can get to the UAE or Dubai on a very lower budget. And then I'm also going to give you a little bit of things to consider before making that kind of move because it entails a lot. Let's get into the video. First of all, I'd like to, give you a little bit of advice. I don't know if I am in a position to give you advices, but I know since your mind is made up and you really want to travel outside of the country, or once your mind is made up, there is nothing I can do to stop you. So the best thing I can do is to guide you and then give you the kind of necessary information needed for you to travel to the UAE or to Dubai. I would also like you to consider this thing, like these things, because it is not an easy task traveling outside of your country. I don't know where you are at the moment, but it is not an easy task traveling from your country to go seek greener pastures, especially when you intend to come to the Middle East or to come to Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, wherever you plan going. It is not an easy task. If anybody should tell you that it is easy out here or it is easy traveling from Ghana to any other country, and then you are going to make money right from the onset, from the very beginning that you travel to that kind of country, tell that person it is a lie. Okay, it is a big lie that you're going to make it as soon as you travel from Ghana to wherever you are going to. It is not easy everywhere. It is not easy in Europe. It is not easy in America. It is not easy in Canada. It is not easy in Asia. It is not, just as it is not easy in Africa, it is not easy everywhere. But there are pros and cons. There are places that you travel to that you make good money, you earn good salary, and there are places that you go to that you make a little better than, or you do a little better than you are doing right now at home. So it is okay, you travel. I won't seize you, I won't stop you from traveling. But life itself is a journey, and then it is not as easy as we would want it to be. It is not going to be easy. It is not easy now. It is not going to be easy tomorrow. It wasn't easy back then. You understand? So bear this in mind, and then you can make it wherever you intend to go. There are various types of visas that you can, come here with. But it is best if you are coming on a direct employment. It is the best coming here on a direct employment. Direct employment means, you already have a company that has recruited you from your home country. They've provided for your visa and then giving you ticket to fly over to, come and work. This is the best form of travel to the UAE. Or should I say to everywhere you want to go. It is the best form of travel. Securing yourself a job back home and then flying over directly into your company to start working. Other than that, you can come over on a tourist visa. There are two types. Is it two types? You can correct me if you know. There are two types of tourist visas here in the UAE, which are the 30 days tourist visa and then the 90 days tourist visa. I think I've treated this in my previous videos and I hope you check them out. I wouldn't recommend a one-man tourist visa for you if you're a job seeker and not a tourist or a visitor. Or if you are not a tourist, I wouldn't recommend a one-man tourist visa for you. No, it is not for you. Okay, because even traveling here on a 3-month tourist visa is a little dicey, because sometimes you can be here for the whole 3 months and you wouldn't get yourself a job. So I wouldn't recommend a one-man tourist visa for you. When you intend to come here to work, it is best you come here on a 3-month tourist visa, and inshallah, by the end of the 3 months, I hope and pray that you get yourself the kind of job that you really want to do here. But if you come and you're unable to find the kind of job that you want to do here within that 3 months, and you find any kind of job that is going to be able to sustain you for the time being, and then also renew your stay here or provide you with residency, I would advise you grab that kind of job for the meantime. Stay in the country and then work towards your dream work towards your dream job. And mind you, it is not easy these days getting employment as an African here in the UAE. It is not easy. Don't let anybody lie to you about this. It is not easy getting a job here in the UAE as an African, especially if you're from Nigeria. It is not easy for you to get a job as you think, or as they make it sound, or as the agents try to convince you that whenever you come here, you're going to get a job. It is not as easy as you think. The next thing I intend to share with you here today is the cost of visas and then the cost of tickets. I know say people go bore me today because of the kind of experience or the kind of secrets I'm going to share with you today, because they make it sound, or they make it look as if the visas are so expensive that you can't afford, or it's too expensive for you to purchase. But here is something I would like to share with you. Bear this in mind: the visas are not as expensive as they make it sound to be. But the point is, how do you get the visas if you are not here already? Because you would definitely need a sponsor, or you need someone who is already in the country, who is going to be your guarantor that you're coming for visit with him or her, and that they are going to guarantee your return back, or your repatriation back to your home country. So without this person's approval, it is very difficult for you to secure yourself a visa. Other than that, you need a hotel reservation that is accredited and is eligible to provide you with a visa, or to give you visas so that you can travel to the country. With that being aside, you need someone who is already here in the country, who is a trusted person, a friend, a relative, who can guarantee your return or your repatriation back into your home country, so that they provide you with, or they apply for a visa for you. So when it comes, they send it over to you via email, via WhatsApp, so that you print it out. Either you print it out, or you let it remain on your phone and present it at the airport. The visa itself is an electronic visa. They only need a code on that visa to provide you a stamp when you reach the country, or when you reach Dubai. The one-man tourist visa actually costs between 350 to 400 dirhams, which is about, let's say, about $100. For the one-man tourist visa, you pay around $100 for your one-man tourist visa. And then the three-man tourist visa costs between 750 dirhams to 800 dirhams, which is about $200 to $225. But don't budget for that, since you are going to apply via an agent or an agency. If you are applying via an agency, which means you're going to pay a little extra than what I've just mentioned to you, because it's an agency. They are working. They have an establishment. They have they have a setup where they are working in. So they need to eat. They need to survive. They need to fuel their cars. They need to buy lots of. They need to work. They are working. So once they are working, you need to pay them for whatever service they are providing you with. Okay, so you are going to pay a little bit more than the prices I've given you now. Now your ticket range, ticketing. Let me tell you something. I know you come into my DM asking me all sort of questions. I answered this today, and I guess I do just to that. Coming here as a tourist, you cannot purchase a one-way ticket. Coming here on a tourist visa, you cannot purchase a one-way ticket. Okay, so the thing is, the moment you apply for the visa, you budget for a round-trip ticket. And the round-trip tickets ranges between 2,800 to 4,500 cedis. That is the ticket range flying from Ghana to Dubai, depending on the kind of flight that you want to board. It might be a direct flight, or you go on transit, stay over one country for some time, and then fly over to Dubai. I would suggest you come on a budget flight, because you're a first timer, and then you don't know how things are going to go for you when you get into the UAE. Okay, so you go on a lower budget. You go for the transit, flight, so that you can save some money. You understand? Yeah. So that is the price range for the ticket also. So when you're coming, you budget for that, and then you're good to go. And when you reach here, you're supposed to go for an accommodation. Since you're coming on your own, since you're not coming through an agency, you need an accommodation. You need somewhere to lay your head for the night. This is what I would also advise you on. Like, coming here on a budget, you don't need to go for a hotel reservation. Like, you don't need a hotel. Ibab, There are lots of our brothers, our African brothers and sisters. Not African brothers and sisters. There are lots of brothers here who, rent out bed space, whereas you share accommodation, you share rooms with other people so that you can save some money for the next step. You need somewhere to rest your head. And accommodation costs somewhere between 350 dirhams and then 800, 900, 1,000 dirhams, depending on your budget. Okay, this is budgeting we are doing here. Depending on your budget, accommodation here or bed space here range between 350 dirhams, 600 dirhams, 1,000 dirhams, up to whatever dirhams you can afford. But since you are coming on a budget, I'd advise you go in for one of these 350s, 400 dirhams, 500, 650 dirhams bed space so that you can save money for the next step. Now, what is the next step? The next step is getting yourself an agent, an agency, a trusted agency, or which is if you don't know anybody here who is going to help you out or going to help you source for job or hunt for job, you would definitely need an agency. But most of these agencies are fake. They are fake. They are duping people here, leaving people stranded in parks and lots. Okay, so I wouldn't really recommend agencies to you. I'd rather you come here through a trusted friend, a relative, or someone you really know. Okay, I'm not saying that is not to say there aren't good agents out there. There are very good agents who are helping people get jobs. As much as there are good agents, there are about 80% bad and fake people out there who are promising people fake jobs and then introducing them to fake, companies and then leaving them stranded after taking their money. So you take very good note or keen notes on that. What else do we talk about? Now, once you're here in the country, you find yourself a place to sleep and then someone to help you get a job. The next thing is for you to stay strong, okay? Because the kind of people you are going to meet here aren't the kind of people you are with back home. The normal abnormals. Check out that video. You would find a lot of things that lots of challenges that you are going to face here when you travel into the UAE. The normal abnormals. I'll put that up here. Okay, so this year,